Hi guys, so I had a couple of requests to do some body modification videos. There's only two videos I can really make on this at the moment that I can think of, and one of them is something that pains me dearly, and that is, it's an update on my septum stretching that I did a video for. Yeah, I had to take it out. That sucks. That hurts. So, I didn't necessarily have to take it out, but I chose to, and I will get it back. Now, I can't remember, I think I've talked about this in my body modification video before, where I always had problems with my septum piercing getting it straight, and it's always been wonky. And it doesn't matter, first of all I had it pierced and it was too low down, then I'd had it pierced and it was wonky, and then it was wonky again, and it kept being in the wrong place and wonky. And 7th time lucky, it's now straight. It's swollen, but it's now straight. Hooray! And it's actually in, I always wondered why everyone says that septum piercings aren't supposed to hurt, and now that mine is finally in my sweet spot of my nose, it didn't hurt, but it just turns out mine, this is going to look really attractive, is really, well, I've got a bit of a ski slope nose, mine's really high up and right at the front, and hard to get to, which would explain why a lot of piercers didn't get to it, or all but one, because it's right at the front, and if you were to put a clamp there and the needle, you wouldn't get to it. You'd have to do it without the clamp, which is how it's now in the right place, and it's actually straight. But the reason I actually stretched my septum in the first place was because I thought maybe if I stretch it, it'll be less obvious that it's on a wonk, because it'll be sort of bringing it, I don't know if this makes sense to you, but obviously the higher gauged material, I thought, oh, it might, you know, make it sit a bit better, and it did for the most part. When I had ball closure ring in there, it did look better, but the only problem was then, because it was pierced not really low down, but because I then stretched it and it wasn't still in the right place, it sat really lowly, and getting the right size jewellery was just a nightmare. For example, in my septum piercing before stretching it, the first time I had it pierced, to get a ring that would sit like this, I had to get a 6mm diameter, and then I think every other time with an 8mm, and now I've got a 10 in there, when really I feel like, I don't know, 10 would be snug, but if I wanted it to sit a bit further out, I think 12 would look better, and it definitely fit in there as well, because it's so high up now, and I've never thought that would ever happen. So eventually I will re-stretch my septum, but of course I'm going to have to wait for it now to heal. I think last time I waited, because I think I've stretched it twice in the past, to try and straighten it out, and to, you know, for aesthetic purposes, I wanted it stretched. Both times I ended up taking it out and getting it re-pierced, and now I can finally do it again, and it can be the last time, because after 7 times of having my septum pierced, I am fucking fed up of it now. But I'm happy because I can finally lay it to rest. But the problem is, I'm now going to have to wait. I don't know how long I should wait, but I will probably do what I did last time, which was I waited, I think it was about 3 years, then I started stretching it. And even then it still took a while between each stretch. I've still got all of the jewellery, so what I'll probably end up doing is, although it's going to be a while from now, I'm going to have to wait, but I will record all of it. I've got all of it. Before, I just did that one stretch, whereas this time I can do all of them, and in theory it should hurt way less, because it's going to be in a better place. It might be harder to get to access, but we'll see about that. But yeah, I thought I'd just do a video on this, seeing as people wanted more body modification videos. It's just sad that it had to be about this, but soon we'll have new videos. So yes, I'm happy though, because it's finally in the right place. Finally. Has anyone else had this many problems with a septum piercing? If you have, leave a comment, because I want to know if I'm the only one who's always had it pierced fucking wonky. It's ridiculous. And these are good, reputable piercers who are meant to be the best in my area, and they couldn't get it right. So if you've had a problem, please let me know. I want to know I'm not alone. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you've got any suggestions or anything you'd like to see, please leave it below, and I will do my best. Thanks.